I don't care if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, or girl beyond. Goal setting is the way to a life of longevity. I don't care if it's something as simple as little projects around the house. You know, you can have projects around the house, things that you want to do in your garden. It could be as simple as trying out different hobbies that you've been wanting to try out. It could be starting that business. It could be, you know, doing things with the family, more things with the family, taking more vacations. Goal planning is a way to keep your life exciting, impactful, and worth living. Hey Boss Beauties, it's your girl Laketta, and if you are new stopping by this channel, welcome. On this channel, I help you create goals, crush them, and look damn good while doing it. And in this video, I am going to just be giving you my tips on what I did to help me plan goals and create goals that would make my life be a little bit softer, and at the same time of manifesting different things that I wanted in my life. I love planning my life, creating goals, and then watching them come to life in the physical form. So let's go ahead and get in these tips real quick. One, for me, it always starts on pen and paper in my journal. I write down, of course, what I want my goal to be, and then I just write out what it looks like in physical form, what I would like it to look like in physical form. So, I mean, again, these are just a couple of my journals, okay? So, you know, I always have my Confidence on Stilettos journals. You know, I just plan it out, you know. I plan it out. I have my other Confidence on Stilettos journal, and then I have this beautiful one that I do a lot of my my personal planning in, as far as like around my house and things like that, things that I want to get done. So each journal is for different parts of my life. Like I have a journal that's a financial journal. I have a journal that's my affirmations. I have a journal that's for my business. I have a journal that's for my personal life. I have a journal just even things that I want to do with my family, you know. So I always start on pen and paper, and then I go from there. Two, I then write out what it would feel like, what it would taste like, what it would be like as if it's already here. So if, for instance, I wanted to take more vacations with my family, I'm going to get very specific on a particular vacation that I would want to take with them, and then I'm just going to elaborate on pen and paper with what we did on the vacation, how we got there, what we ate, what the smells were like, what the environment looked like, where we stayed at while we were there. You know, I'm going to go into great detail on pen and paper. That way, it just feels like it's already happened. And for me, what has happened when I do things like that is that it actually manifest, you know, in my life, because I speak. Again, life and death is in the power of your tongue. So when you start speaking things and you start writing it out like as if it's already happened, God and the universe or whoever it is that you believe in is going to start orchestrating to make sure that these things are true, because your subconscious doesn't know, you know, if it's true or not. So, you know, not only do I write it on pen and paper and write out a storyline behind it, I'm, you know, thinking about it. I'm closing my eyes and I'm living it in my dreams. In my daydreams, I'm living it. So it's like it's already here. So that's what I would recommend. Like, number one, like I said, write out your goals. That's the first step. Get it on pen and paper. Two, go ahead and just write out the storyline to it. If you're new to this, I'm gonna say this, guys. If you're new to this, it is going to feel very, very uncomfortable. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna feel like, I don't know if I want to do this. Stick with it. Trust me. You have got to start believing in you and believing in the things that you want, because you deserve everything that you think about, that you dream about. You deserve it. And I know we hear that so much on social media, on all these platforms, but I am telling you, I am a living witness to the things that I have spoken out of my mouth, the things that I've written down on paper, the things that I've gotten like crystal clear with on pen and paper, and then actually did the work to start making it happen. Not only just write it down, but start putting the action behind it. I am here to tell you that those things have come true in my life. And we always talk about like wanting a soft life, wanting to have the love of our life, you know, whether it be, you know, someone like an intimate relationship, or just a companion in your life. It could be that you want a different career. You want all of these things, and you speak it and you talk to people about it, but then when you go home and you're by yourself, you truly don't believe it. There's doubt, there's fear. And I pray for you that doubt and that fear just falls to the wayside, and that courage and power overtakes you that God has already placed inside of you. And one of the ways that I overcome my fears, overcome my doubts, and step into my power and step into the confidence is by getting crystal clear on pen and paper, and then just doing the work. That is just that simple for me. Next, pick one of your goals that you wrote down, give it a due date. Now let's work this thing backwards, baby. Let's work it backwards. So for me, I'm just going to use me as an example. Like, I want to get my front yard, I want it to be like a beautiful garden. I want it to be mostly like pink and white flowers. So that's a goal of mine. I wanted to have black mulch. I wanted to have some greenery. I wanted to have a certain type of landscape shape. So now that I know that, now that it's on paper, right? Now I'm going to start working backwards. When you work backwards, then now you're going to be actually getting to the end result that you want. So what do I need to do to when I work this thing backwards? I already know what I want, right? Now I need to start getting the supplies. I need to get the black mulch. I need to get a shovel. I need to get the plant. I need to go to Home Depot, decide if I want to use Home Depot, Lowe's, or, you know, one of these nursery gardens that's out here. I need to start taking those actionable steps. So also on pen and paper, I'm working this thing backwards. Okay, so step one, what do I need to do? Step one, I need to figure out which stores do I want to get these things from. So does that mean going to the store right away? Not necessarily. For me, that means I might get on Google. I might, you know, Google Lowe's in my area, Home Depot in my area. Because again, your girl is trying to do stuff cost efficiently, okay? Like, I need to be, you know, I'm not trying to spend a lot of money for some flowers. But certain flowers you're gonna have to, okay? But for me, and the flowers that I'm deciding to go with, I already have a budget set for it. So I'm on Google, I'm on Home Depot, I'm on Lowe's, I'm on the nursery, garden nurseries that's in the area, in my area, and I'm doing price comparison. I'm looking at those things, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. That's why it's important for you to have due dates. So I have an overall due date of when I want the goal accomplished and for it to already be manifested in the physical form. But then I also have micro due dates for the actions that I need to take to in order for me to get those goals done. So I might have a goal for, let's say, August 31st to have the entire garden done, or the entire front yard landscape done. Okay, so that means by June 18th or June whatever 20th, I want to already have down and chosen the stores that I really want to do the bulk of my shopping with, as far as getting the supplies, the black mulch, the sand, if I need to get sand to leveling sand, shovels if I need the tools, grass seeds if I need to reseed my grass, like the flowers. I want to be able to just go through. Now on this day, this is the day I'm going to go to the store, and this is the day that I'm going to get everything that I need. So that's what I mean by getting your goal, putting a due date by it, and then working that thing backwards. So whatever that means for you, that's what you do. And then lastly, I write customized affirmations based off of the goals that I have chosen to start working towards. So again, going back to gardening, going back to you starting your business, going back to you losing the weight, I write my affirmations in the form that they are already done. So let's say if you have a dollar amount that you would like to make. The way that I would write that affirmation out, number one, I'm going to write it as if it's already done. I'm going to say, let me just rewind. I'm going to write it in a way that it's already done, number one. Number two, that I'm going to be very specific on the amount of money that I'm talking about, the frequency of the money, and how I'm getting the money. That's very important, especially when you're doing affirmations based off of money, because you can say an affirmation based off of money, but you don't, and you leave out how you got the money. And you can get the money by unfortunately having an accident and getting a settlement. So I'm very crystal clear about where that money coming from, honey, because I'm not trying to get no accidents and get no settlement. That's not how I want to get my money. So, like, for instance, I would say something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I easily and consistently make $20,000 a day in my business. Get very crystal clear on what it is that you want to do. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a beautiful garden outside with pink roses and white orchids, or whatever it is. Get very crystal clear, but customize your affirmations to match what you're trying to achieve in your life. If it is a relationship that you're trying to, that's one of your goals, and that's what you want to see in your life, then get crystal clear on that thing. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in a healthy, loving, reciprocated relationship with my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, get very crystal clear on the things that you want in your life and speak as if you already have it. I think of affirmations of small prayers. Not only do I pray, but then I write my affirmations as if I already know that it's done. God put it on my heart. He gave it to me as a desire. So baby, it's done. So that's how I pretty much, plan my goals to create a softer life. Not just a soft life, but a softer life than what I was already living. So that I can manifest these things in my life. And it's been really, really working out for me. It's been really keeping me crystal clear and forcing me to do the work. Forcing me to take the actions that I need to take. It's forcing me to shut out distractions. It's forcing me to change the circle that I'm around. It's forcing me to be more positive, not only positive in the actions when I'm in front of people, but positive when I'm alone, positive with myself. Sometimes we are not honest about like little simple things that may be occurring in our life, because we are so used to social media and putting the highlights out here and not really saying, okay, not all the time am I like this. Sometimes I am doubtful. Sometimes I do have fears. Sometimes I have to speak life into myself and not just, this made up, facade sometimes that people put on social media. These are the things that's happening in my life. And so this just works for me, guys. Like, I wouldn't tell you anything that I haven't tried. Everything that I put out here is you know, things that I have done. Confidence on Stilettos was started because I was speaking life into myself. I wasn't necessarily starting Confidence on Stilettos to speak life into other people, but it just so happened that the things that I was speaking to myself, other people needed to hear it as well. So it's just been a huge pleasure and a joy to see this business, you know, come to life. Of course, now I'm more so on YouTube now. I'm coming to YouTube now, but you know, the things that's happening that's not on YouTube, and the things that I was doing before I decided to start a YouTube channel, it's really really humbling, you know. I just appreciate God for the things that He's done in my life, and I just wanted to share this with you guys, as far as this is what has worked for me, and I hope that it works for you. But if this resonated with you, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell so that way you are notified every single time that I release a video. So until next time, do not forget to continue to create your good goals, crush them, and look damn good while doing it. And I will see you on the next one, honey. All right now.